Now in this segment we're going to talk about curry cookery. Now when you think of curry, what is the first thing that comes into your mind? For me, it is ghee and spices. You cannot do curry without ghee and spices. Now ghee is just a type of clarified butter, and it is made by boiling butter until it breaks down into 3 different layers, which are the milk solids, the water, and then the ghee itself, which is a yellowish liquid at the top, and this takes a long time. And today we don't have time for that, so we're going to be using store-bought ghee. But if you can make your own ghee, even better. Spices. Oh my goodness, the world of spices. Curry is all about spices, and there's no one curry spice blend, because every single person adds their own unique blend of spices. But we're going to be working with a Madras curry powder today, which has turmeric, coriander, cumin, black pepper, chili, and fenugreek. We're going to add some garam masala, which has cinnamon, cardamom, cloves, nutmeg, and mace. We're also going to add some ground black pepper and salt. So now that we've got our spices ready, let's get started. So first things first, we want to heat up 2 tablespoons of ghee in a wok or a heavy-bottomed pot over low heat. Then we're going to add half of our spice blend. So half of the curry powder, the garam masala, black pepper, and salt. Now we just want to lightly toast these spices until they become fragrant. And once the spices are fragrant, we're going to add the remaining ghee, the remaining spice blend, and bring this to a simmer. And while this is simmering, we're going to move on to our next ingredient, which are the onions. Onions really add a lot of flavor to a curry, but the way that you cut them does matter. We want to cut them into very small pieces so that they kind of melt away into the sauce. So I am going to dice these onions up, and then I am going to transfer them into the pot and just fry them on low until they become translucent. Now while the onions are frying, we're going to move on to our next ingredient, which are the tomatoes. We're using canned diced tomatoes, but you can use fresh tomatoes. If you do use fresh tomatoes, just make sure to remove the seeds and the skin, because they will get slimy in the curry. So we're gonna add the tomatoes into the pot and mix everything together, and then we're gonna add a cup of water. Bring everything to a boil, and once it's boiling, add in a tablespoon of garlic ginger paste. We're gonna reduce the heat to a simmer. Cover and cook this for 30 minutes. Now after 30 minutes, we're going to uncover the pot and continue to simmer until the sauce reduces by half. After an hour, we're going to taste the sauce and see if the consistency is right for us. If it's too thick, we're going to add some more water, maybe like a 1/2 cup or so. If it's too thin, we're just going to continue to simmer until the sauce reduces even more. But we're looking for a thick and luscious sauce like this. This is perfect. Alright, so this is ready for the next step. The next ingredient is fish or chicken. Now, traditionally in a South Indian curry, they would use fish. But we're using chicken thighs today. We're gonna be cutting them into bite-sized pieces, and then we're gonna add them into the sauce and mix everything together. Now we're gonna cover and cook this for 15 minutes, or until the chicken is cooked through. Now, once the chicken is cooked through, we're gonna taste the sauce again to see if the seasoning is right. It looks good to me, so I am just gonna cover and let this simmer until the chicken is nice and juicy and tender. While the chicken is simmering, we're gonna move on to our next ingredient, which is coconut milk. Coconut milk adds a lot of creaminess to the curry, and it also adds a lot of flavor. And to get that nice and creamy texture, we want to use full-fat coconut milk. We're going to add a 400 milliliters can of coconut milk into the pot, and then we're going to mix everything together and bring this back to a simmer. Now we're going to cook this for 5 minutes, or until the coconut milk is well combined with the sauce. And now we're going to add the last complementary ingredient to the meal, which is add water to some general-purpose flour with a little olive oil and knead the dough until smooth, then roll out with a rolling pin. Heat the circular dough in a pan until cooked. Now flatbread soaks up all of the extra sauce and makes it nice and thick and absorbs all those delicious flavors into the bread. And then you can serve it as a side dish. Now we're going to turn off the heat, garnish with some cilantro, and then we're going to serve the curry with the chapatis. Now there's many different types of curries that you can make with chicken. In fact, India has over 1,000 different types of curry. Alright, so I hope you enjoyed today's recipe. If you did, please hit the like button. Also, if you're new here, please subscribe. We would love to have you join the family. And I want to thank you for taking the time to watch this video. Have a wonderful day, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.